All right, so today we are doing another movie poster recreation, or reimagining would be more apt description of what we're doing here. So the movie today, a little bit of a different selection process here. Normally I would go to the randomizer and then pick another movie from the randomized list. However, Netflix gave me a little treat. It dropped the movie Heart Eyes, which I have been waiting to see. I am the only one in my immediate family who loves horror movies, so I often have to watch them by myself, which is fine, but now that I'm doing this movie poster recreation, this just kind of feels like the perfect opportunity to watch it virtually with you. Makes me feel less alone, which is great when you're watching a horror movie. So let's watch Heart Eyes and let's recreate the movie poster. I have here my Quidditch fidget that helps me along during horror movies and their jump scare sequences that they like to put in there. So Quidditch fidget will be with me, and so will you. So without further ado, let's watch Heart Eyes.
We interrupt this program with breaking news.
Hey, editing me here. So I have tried to upload this to YouTube and I keep getting blocked, and I take off video clips and hide songs and music, and I'm still getting blocked by the Paramount copyright restrictions. So I am not going to be able to use any video clips, it looks like. It sucks. I had this whole thing made. I watched the movie. I went through the whole... These things take a lot of time, and I'm sure you've heard people say that before, but not being able to use any of that really sucks.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
So I'm sorry about that. It's definitely not what I wanted this video to be, and if I'm not going to be able to use video clips, that really changes how I saw making these videos and how I saw them as a whole. So I'm gonna have to probably go back to the drawing board on what this will look like on my channel, if I'm going to be able to do these particular videos at all, or if I want to. I'm not sure. That said, I do have all the poster reimagining designs and time-lapse that I would love for you to see, so we will have that at least. So just in case you've not seen Heart Eyes before, it is about a serial killer who has mistakenly taken a pair of coworkers for a couple and is targeting them on Valentine's Day. It is a very funny horror comedy, which is a very hard balance to strike. Horror comedy is probably one of the most difficult genres to do right, in my opinion, and this one did a very good job of it. And it even had a lot of rom-com tropes kind of shoehorned in there in a way that felt very fun and cliche. They were pushing on cliche to the point where it was, I don't know, cliche on purpose does not feel cliche any longer. So, I hope you enjoy the movie poster recreation process. Why do I keep calling it recreation of movie poster? It's redesign, reimagining. I cannot stop saying recreation. Well, if I keep saying it, I hope you know what I mean by it. So, okay. Anyway, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching. And hopefully I'll be able to come up with something else in the future that'll be a fun watch. So thank you for being here. And I hope you like the poster redesign.